Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra. I am preacher of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and today I am going to talk about how to get a motivation from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, how Srimad Bhagavad Gita motivate to all of us. But before I start my lecture, I would like to tell something about Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we would consider Srimad Bhagavad Gita as a religious book, as a dharmic kitab, but Srimad Bhagavad Gita is not religious book, it's pure book of the science and humanity. And I am only trying to propagate the humanity on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, because from Srimad Bhagavad Gita we can learn how to live our life with the moral values and character. Because Srimad Bhagavad Gita, each and every verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita which motivate to all of us, which motivate how to live our life, how to behave with the people. Behavioral science we can only understand from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a pure book of the science, humanity, psychology. Many scientific theory are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Before more than 5,000 years ago, Lord Krishna motivated to Arjuna by preaching of each and every verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna made Arjuna understand the science of self-realization, the science of the soul, the transmigration of the soul from the one body to the another body. Lord Krishna made understand each and everything which are beyond of our understanding, which are beyond of science. Lord Krishna made Arjuna understand everything, and Lord Krishna tried to motivate to Arjuna. For that, in order to motivate someone, we need a good communication skill. Without a communication skill and effective learning, effective listening, and effective speaking or speaking, speech is required. Effective speech is required. Effective speaking is required. And before that, effective learning and listening both are required. So Lord Krishna listened Arjuna very carefully. In order to sort out anybody's problem or in order to motivate to anybody, we just have to understand actual problem of the particular person, and for that we have to listen very carefully. We have to develop effective listening skill, because many people who would like to learn how to speak, about speaking skill, communication skills, we can consider as communication in only speaking, but communication is not only speaking but active listening. Effective listening is a part of communication. So in our life we are getting demotivated, demoralized. Sometimes we are thinking that I am unable to do so, and sometimes we are thinking that what ought to do and what ought not to do in order to tackle the situation. So in different situation, in different circumstances, we just have to understand what ought to do and what ought not to do. So our desire and our expectations are only responsible for our demoralizations and for our demotivations. Because if something will happen as per our desire and as per our expectation, then we will get a motivation, and something will not happen as per our expectation and desire, then we will get a demotivation. So in a life, if the desires are there, if the expectations are there, then our expectation and desires both are only responsible for our material bondage. So we don't have to inculcate any desire and any expectation. So Lord Krishna stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna tired, Arjuna stated, Asro puna kulekshanam, Roma harsasa jayate, mukham parishushatam, his mouth has been dried up, his eyes got tear, and he was unable to fight, and his Gandiva was left from his hand. So here, Madhav, I am not going to fight this war, because I am not able to kill my beloved relatives, beloved family members. If I killed my beloved family member, then what will happen? My entire dynasty will be destroyed, and if the entire dynasty and tradition will be destroyed, then all the women of my family will definitely move on the wrong path. And wrong path, the begetted child will definitely move with adharma. So I am not going to kill my beloved people, my family members, because Guru Drona was there, Bhishma Pitama was there. So I am not going to kill, because they all are adorable people, and I am not going to kill this all the people. This is Arjuna stated. Arjuna's रोम हर्ष से जायते, उसके रोमटे खड़े हो गए. रोम हर्ष से जायते, अश्रुपूर्ण कुलेक्षणम, his eyes got tear. He was crying like anything. So Madhav, please guide me. What ought to do and ought not to do. In the first chapter, Lord Krishna, Madhusudan Mukunda Murari, Madhav Kesav, Lord Krishna listened Arjuna very carefully, and Lord Krishna tried to figure out What are those things going in the mind of Arjuna? In order to sort out anybody's problem, in order to motivate anybody's problem, we just have to listen that particular person grievances or pain or suffering very carefully. Then only we can eradicate the pain of the particular person. We can only motivate the person if we are not able to know. We can't motivate anybody without knowing his actual problem. So we just have to understand what kind of problem that person is facing, and what are those all things which are leading towards the demotivation, demoralization. So we just have to understand these things. Lord Krishna further stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter number 2, here Madhusudan Mukunda Murari Kesisudan Kesava Govind here started to speak. And Arjuna, you are speaking like a learned person, but you are mourning for which are not worthy. Arjun, Gandhidhari Arjun, you are speaking like a learned person. You are speaking like a learned person, but you are mourning for which are not worthy. What will be destroyed? Nothing will be destroyed. You will be there, and also I will be there. The time will also be there. Time will definitely, if we are not able to fight this war, then I will definitely pull the weapons and also destroy all the people who are actually gathered here. So Arjuna, you just have to get up and fight this war. It's only your duty. Path is only your duty. So sometime whenever we are getting a demotivations in our study, we are getting demotivation while preparing for civil service examination, while preparing for any competitive examination or any graduation examination or any class examination, we are getting demotivation. We are expecting a percentage, but we don't have to work for the percentage. We don't have to work hard for the percentage. We have only right to perform our prescribed duty. Lord Krishna, here Arjuna demotivated, Arjuna demoralized and clearly denied, I am not going to fight this war. Here Arjuna's grievances was too much high, and in order to eradicate the grievances of Arjuna, here Madhusudan Mukunda has spoken few words. Here Arjuna spoken Srimad Bhagavad Gita, preached Srimad Bhagavad Gita before Arjuna, before more than 5,000 years ago. Lord Krishna gave 700 slokas in order to morally motivate to Arjuna. Here Madhusudan Mukunda stated, Klebyam asmagam partha ne tattva upapadyate sudram hridaya dobalya takto uttishta parantapa. This kind of importance is not becoming to you, Parth. This kind of importance is not becoming to you. This kind of importance is not becoming to you. That's why you just have to get up and fight this war. Klebyam asmagam partha ne tattva upapadyate sudram hridaya dobalya takto uttishta parantapa. Whenever you are getting demoralized, here Lord Krishna says, Takto uttishta parantapa. We just have to pull ourselves up and also get demotivated and to perform our prescribed duty. Like Takto uttishta parantapa. Hey Parantap Arjun, you just have to identify what are your impotency, what are your potency. You just have to understand what are your potential and impotential. You just have to understand. If you are able to understand, then you will definitely come forward. You will definitely fight this war. You will never get demoralized. So demoralized are only because of our desire and expectation. So here Krishna stated, Klebyam asmagam partha ne tattva upapadyate sudram hridaya dobalya takto uttishta parantapa. Whenever we are in dilemma and whenever we are thinking what ought to do and what ought not to do, which is perfect for me and which is not perfect for me, which is beneficial for me and which is not beneficial for me, at that time we just have to understand we all have a right to perform a prescribed duty. Lord Krishna further stated, here Arjuna's grievance is not wiped out, but Lord Krishna further spoken. Lord Krishna here stated, Hatva praptasya swargam jitva bhokshasyami mahima tasmada uttishta konteya yuddham kuru nishaya. Means Hatva praptasya swargam. If you conquer this war, then you will get a heavenly planet. If you get defeated, then you will definitely get a heavenly planet of Lord Indra. And if you get defeated, then you will have a Kaurava's planet. So that's why Hatva praptasya swargam jitva bhokshasyami mahima Tasmad uttishta kante yuddham kuru nishchaya. That's why you just have to get up and fight this war. You don't have any cause to not fight this war, to not perform your prescribed duty. You have to perform. You just have to fight this war for sake of fighting. You don't have to keep any expectation. You don't have to keep any desire. You just have to fight this war for sake of fighting. This is what Lord Krishna stated. Lord Krishna further stated. Lord Krishna here stated, Sukh dukhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yodha yujasva nevam papam bhavapsasi. Sukh dukhe same kritva, the person who is equiposed in happiness and distress. Listen it very carefully. Equiposed, equanimity of mind, in order to keep ourselves stable in all conditions, whether there is a success or failure, whether there is a happiness or distress, we are treating each and every human being equally, each and every living entity equally. Then Lord Krishna is, these kind of people is very dear to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna here stated, Sukh dukhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yodha yujasva nevam papam bhavapsasi. If you are able to perform your prescribed duty, to equipose in happiness and distress and success and failure without being deviated, then you will never incur any kind of sinful activities. Nevam papam bhavapsasi. You will never incur any kind of sinful activities. Lord Krishna further stated, this is the most famous verse. This is stated, Karmanya vadikaraste ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phal heturbu ma te sangosva karmani. Here Krishna, Madhusudan, Mukunda, Vasudev here stated, Karmani avadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phal heturbu ma te sangosva karmani. Here Vasudev stated, you have right to perform your prescribed duty, you have right to do your karma, you have right to do your deeds. You are not entitled to get any result from your deeds. So that's why you have to perform your prescribed duty and never get any kind of thought to not perform your prescribed duty. This is what Lord Krishna stated. Verse number 47, chapter number 2, second adhyay. Here Lord Krishna stated, Karmanya vadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phal heturbu mate sangosva karmani. Whenever we are in dilemma, we just have to remember this word, Karmanya vadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. Lord Krishna will definitely give a reward according to your karma. So at a proper time and proper place, you will definitely get a reward. But unless you just have to understand who you are and what is the duty of your life and what is the objective of your birth, you just have to understand. So this is what Lord Krishna said. Lord Krishna further stated, Dhyaito vishyan punsaha Sangha setu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamah kamato krodho vinjayate krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vibramah smriti hinsat buddhi nasat pranashyati. ये कृष्णा स्टेटेड, फल की आशा से कामना प्रकट होती है, फल की आशा से कामना प्रकट होती है और कामना का तो स्वभाव है असंतोषी, असंतोष के कारण क्रोध जन्म लेता है पार्थ, क्रोध के कारण मोह जन्म लेता है, मोह के कारण व्यक्ति आचार और व्यवहार का ज्ञान ही भूल जाता है, ज्ञान के जाने से बुद्धि चली जाती है, अनुचित प्रकार के कार्य होने लगते हैं और अंत में ऐसा व्यक्ति का पूर्ण रूप से पतन हो जाता है. सो everything has happened because of our desire, because of our expectation. So फल की आशा से कामना प्रकट होती है. The strong desire, the strong expectation is born from the one thought of the desire. So this is what enchantment is also there. So material bondage is also there. The person who is able to make himself from the in order to make yourself free from the material bondage, you just have to make yourself free from the cycle of the birth and death. You just have to make yourself free from the material desire. So only your desire and expectations are responsible for your material bondage. This is what Lord Krishna stated. Lord Krishna further stated, विश्यामिनी वर्तते निहारस्य देहिना रसवर्जम रसोपेस्य परम दृष्टवा निवर्तते. ये कृष्णा स्टेटेड, जो इंसान स्वाद से छूटने के लिए भोजन का ही त्याग कर देता है, उसके मन से स्वाद की लालसा कभी नहीं जाती. जो इंसान स्वाद से छूटने के लिए भोजन का ही त्याग कर देता है, उसके मन से स्वाद की लालसा कभी नहीं जानती. इसीलिए क्या करना है? That's why you just have to perform your prescribed duty rather than keeping any expectation on your desire in order to make yourself free from the cycle of the birth and death and make yourself free from the the principle of karma. There are two kind of karma. Lord Krishna mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. First one is sakam karma and another one is niskam karma. Sakam karma are only those karma which are considered as a expectation and desire are associated. The karma with expectation and desire. The karma without any expectation and desire, this kind of karma are only known as a niskam karma. We all have to perform only niskam karma. So this is what Lord Krishna stated. Lord Krishna further stated in chapter number 2, verse number 56, Dukhesu anuvigdha manaha. Here Lord Krishna stated about the quality of the sage of steady mind. स्थिर बुद्धि वाला इंसान के क्या लक्षण है? Lord Krishna here stated, दुखेषु अनुविग्ध मनः सुखेषु विगत स्पुह वितराग भय क्रोधः स्थित धीर मुनि रुच्यते. दुखेषु अनुविग्ध मनः सुखेषु विगत स्पुह वितराग भय क्रोधः स्थित धीर मुनि रुच्यते. Lord Krishna here stated, the person who is not deviated, if there is a tremendous miseries, the person who is performing his prescribed duty in even if there is a tremendous miseries, and the person who is equiposed in the happiness, dukhesu anuvigdha mana sukhesu vigataspuha with a raga bhaya krodha, the person who is free from the attachment, desire and also anger, only that kind of person is known as a sage of steady mind. स्थिर बुद्धि वाला इंसान जिसको क्रोध नहीं आता, जिसको अटैचमेंट नहीं होता, with a raga bhaya krodha, the particular person doesn't has any kind of fear to get lost something or to be got something, so to be gained something. So the particular person doesn't has a fear to get something or to get lost something. So only that kind of person is known as a sage of steady mind, sthir buddhi wala insan. So we all have to be sthir buddhi wala insan. We all have to be sage of steady mind, steady intelligence, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is also part of the steady intelligence. This is what Lord Krishna mentioned before more than 5,000 years ago in the battle of Mahabharata, in the battle of Kurukshetra. Lord Krishna further stated, Niyatam kuru karma tvam karma jaya hi akarmana sarira yatra pichate na parisaddhate na tu akarmana. Here Krishna stated, Niyatam kuru karma tvam. Here Krishna, Vasudeva, Madhusudan, Murari stated, Niyatam kuru karma tvam karma jaya hi akarmana sarira yatra pichate na parisaddhate na tu akarmana. He means perform your prescribed duty. Vasudeva, Madhusudan, Mukunda. Here verse number 8, chapter number 3, Karma Yoga. Here Vasudeva, Krishna stated, perform your prescribed duty. Working is better than not working. Listen it very carefully. Working is better than not working. And no one can maintain his or her physical body without performing his duty, without working. So perform your prescribed duty. We all have a right to perform your prescribed duty, and according to our prescribed duty, Lord Krishna will definitely give all of us reward. So we don't have to get demotivated. We don't have to get demoralized. Whenever there is a demotivation and depression like condition, frustration like condition, what kind of, means who are those old people who are getting frustration, who are having expectation and desire? Only those people who are having expectation and desire are only getting frustration and depression. So this is what Lord Krishna stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna further stated in Arjuna, when Arjuna asked, what are those energy, what are those things which force me to incur the sinful activities? However, anichanapi vasane baladiva niyojitah papa prajahi ena. What are those all things which made me fall into the particular sinful activities? However, I don't have a desire to incur any kind of sinful activities. Lord Krishna stated, it's only your desire, it's only your lust. Lust means not sexual desire. Lust means any desire which one is outside from your goal. Today I want to purchase a big house, big car, or a luxurious car, luxurious house. So these kind of desires are only lust. So lust is not sexual desire, but it's any desire which one is outside from your goal, which lead you toward incur the sinful activities, to fall down in this material world. Any desire which are responsible for material bondage, these all desires are only considered as a lust. Lord Krishna further stated how to control your lust. Lord Krishna stated, where lust or desire are situated, then how to control. Lord Krishna here stated, तस्माद इंद्रियाणि आदु नियम्य भारतवर्ष पाप प्रजयेन ज्ञान विज्ञान नाशनम. Here Vasudev stated, Tasmad Indriyani Adu, Tasmad, immediately what you have to do, Arjuna, in order to control your desire or your lust? Here Krishna stated, Tasmad Indriyani Adu, Niyamya Bharatvarsha. Immediately, in order to control, in order to curb this great symbol of the sin, that is lust or desire, you just have to regulate your senses by your sensory organs. Listen it very carefully. This is a principle of neuropsychology. How to control your senses in order to control your thought. And if you are able to control your thought, then your behavior has been controlled. So first things, आँख है तो देखेंगी, मुंह है तो बोलेगा, कान है तो सुनेगा, नाक है तो सूंघेगा, हाथ है तो टच करेंगी. तो मतलब how to control? It's very difficult to control your senses by your sensory organs. That's why you have to regulate. You just have to regulate what you have to see, what you have to speak, what you have to sniff, and what you have to hear, and what you have to touch. You just have to regulate. If you are able to regulate your senses by your sensory organs, then easily overcome from your mind. You can easily conquer your mind. And Lord Krishna further stated, the person who has conquered his mind is greatest friend. But the person who has failed to do so, his very mind is greatest enemy of that particular person. This is mentioned in verse number 6, chapter number 6 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna further stated, the person who has conquered his mind, he has already reached to the super soul. There is no any duties which are entitled for that particular person who has conquered his mind. And if you really want to conquer your mind, then what you have to do, you have to regulate your senses by your sensory organs. So whenever the demotivation like situation, whenever frustration like a situation, we just have to understand what are these all things which are impelled to all of us in the frustration and depression like situation. What are those all things which are responsible for demotivation or demoralization? This is what Lord Krishna stated. So in a period of life, in the duration of life, many times, most of the times, everything is not happen as per our desire. So we don't have to get demotivation. We don't have to leave to perform our prescribed duty. So we don't have to get any kind of enchantment. We don't have to get any kind of material attachment to a particular person with a particular things or particular articles. So we just have to understand these things. So main responsible for frustration and depression are only, main cause for depression and frustration is only our desire and expectation. If we overcome from our desire and expectation, then easily we can come out from the frustration and depression like a situation. If someone has done something wrong, then I have to take a revenge. So this kind of desire will definitely kill to you before kill to particular person. Victim will definitely get killed by the particular desire of revenge. So we just have to renunciate the desire to get a revenge. We just have to leave everything on Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna will definitely give a reward according to our karma. So we all have to perform our prescribed duty without keeping any expectation and desire to get any kind of reward, to get any kind of benefit from our karma. We just have to perform a prescribed duty for sake of doing karma, for sake of considered as a duty only. Lord Krishna, after listening of entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna stated, Nashta moho smriti labdha tat prasadam Krishna sthita samgata sandeha karishya vachanam tava. Hey Madhav, hey Madhusudan, now my delusion has been gone. Now my memories which I lost, I have regained. So Madhav, Madhusudan, now I become your disciple, and because it has only happened because of your mercy. And I will follow whatever your instruction would be. So Karishya Vachanam Tava. Lord Krishna, whenever we are in depression, whenever we are in frustration, we just have to open Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Even Mahatma Gandhi stated, whenever I feel frustration like situation, whenever I am in trouble, I would like to open Srimad Bhagavad Gita and randomly, listen it very carefully, randomly, I would open and read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I would open and read any verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, because each and every verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita motivate to all of us. We just have to change our eyesight. I have met many people, I have communicated with many people, and many people told me that I am getting a motivation from Srimad Bhagavad Gita if I kept Srimad Bhagavad Gita with me. So I thought, I was wondered, I was totally astonished at that time. If you are getting a motivation by keeping Srimad Bhagavad Gita with you, then what? Just think what will happen if you start to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Your life will definitely filled with a motivation. Your life will definitely filled with a motivation, and you can easily motivate to anybody after reading of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we have to start read to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We have to start to follow Srimad Bhagavad Gita, rather than keeping in the temple and worship Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I know we all consider Srimad Bhagavad Gita one of the holiest book, but at the same time, whatever Lord Krishna stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we just have to follow in our daily life. Then only we become a true follower of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, true worshipper of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, true worshipper of Lord Krishna. We don't have to do whatever Lord Krishna did, but we have to do only those things whatever Lord Krishna say in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we just have to understand these things. I hope you all can understand. And Lord Krishna stated further, Sarva dharman paritejante mame ekam sarnam vajraha aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshasyami ma sulaha. Here Vasudeva Madhusudan Mukunda Krishna stated, Sarva dharman paritejante. Here Krishna stated, abandon your all religious practices and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you salvation and make you free from your all kind of sinful activities. So you don't have to fear path. You just have to surrender unto me. So whenever we are in depression and frustration like condition, we just have to surrender unto Lord Krishna. And after surrendering unto Lord Krishna, we will get a deep motivation. We will get a supreme motivation. We will get a moral values and also character from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Here, Sanjay gave a guarantee. After read, what kind of benefit we will get after reading of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Here Sanjay stated in verse number 78, chapter number 18, last verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, last slok of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Here Sanjay stated, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Here stated, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. It's my opinion. Sanjay said, it's my opinion, it's my guarantee. What will happen whenever you are reading the supreme conversations of in between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, wherever there is a Lord Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, wherever there is a supreme archer Arjuna, whenever we are reading and following the conversation between the Lord Krishna and Arjuna, supreme and most motivated conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, whenever we are following and reading and whenever we are listening, at that time we will get a moral values and character and ethics. Tatra Sri Vijaya Bhuti, Tatra Sri, at that time with that person, the particular person who is follower of Srimad Bhagavad Gita will get Tatra Sri. Sri means Lakshmi. That particular person will definitely get a supreme affluence, will definitely get a Lakshmi. उसको धन की कभी कमी नहीं होगी. The person who is following Srimad Bhagavad Gita, उसको धन की, पैसों की कभी कमी नहीं होगी. तत्र श्री विजयो, जहां जाएंगे उसको विजय मिलेंगी. The victory would be there. The particular person will surely get a victory in any work. He will definitely achieve anything. This is what Lord Krishna stated. This is what Sanjay stated after reading of Srimad Bhagavad. Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. That particular person who follows Srimad Bhagavad Gita would have a character, would have a moral values and ethics. This is my guarantee. Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama is my opinion. So you don't have to fear, just try to follow Srimad Bhagavad Gita, then you will achieve anything in your life. This is what Lord Krishna stated. So easy way to overcome from the frustration and depression like condition. We just have to dedicate everything to Lord Krishna. We just have to understand we all have a right to perform our prescribed duty rather than to get entitlement or to keep any expectation to get from our material, our deeds or our karma. So we have all right to perform our prescribed duty rather than keeping any expectation to get any kind of entitlement from our fruitive expectation from our karma. So this is what I would have to say. I hope you all can understand. If you are having any questions, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe.